Right, hello everyone. Welcome back to the show. It's I Quit My Band. Let's do one of those. Thanks everyone for being here. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok for podcast clips and comedy skits. And subscribe to our Patreon page, $5 a month to become a quitter, to get bonus content every week. And you can also get this shirt down in the description. The shirt has actually replaced JJ as the third host on the show. So this is going to be who we're going to be asking opinions for from now on.
They've come with some fully formed opinions on the new Suagr Pit album. We're pretty excited.
Yeah, we're excited to hear what he has to say about Suagr Pit and also the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, the induction ceremony.
Big Jack White fan, this shirt.
Huge Jack White fan. Much like JJ, the shirt is also a Jack White fan. Yeah. So we'll see what the shirt has to say tonight. But you can also own one of the shirts. Not this one, because obviously it's a host on the show. But you can get one of the shirts in the description. But yeah, so JJ is not here tonight. He's not actually being replaced by the shirt, but he's not here.
He's going to see Paul McCartney.
He's going to see Paul McCartney.
And we're just in the basement.
We're still,
down in the content mill, dude.
We're keeping the lights on. That's what we have to do. We don't have the time to go see, Paul McCartney and St. Vincent and all these extravagant things. Exactly. Someone's got to keep the mill running.
All the Patreon money goes to sending JJ to sick concerts.
Yeah, that's what. If you're a patron, it all goes to JJ's concert budget. Yeah. But anyways, tonight we're going to be talking about a couple different albums. Firstly, though, we're going to be talking about an album that is kind of near and dear to our hearts, an artist that's near and dear to our hearts, Suagr Pit. He's been kind of blowing up recently within the past 2 years since his last album came out called Shhh Don't Jinx It. It came out, 2024. And he was kind of like an indie underground artist, but then Fantano kind of gave him a huge boost by covering his record and interviewing him on the channel, on the Needle Drop channel. And then we also got a chance to interview him, which was kind of wild. It was like Fantano, us, right below it. We were kind of in that same sphere as Fantano.
Yeah, he was a little upset at us.
He was upset at us for taking, what was his.
And we took all that thunder.
We took so much.
And really, only people were talking about our Suagr Pit interview.
Our interview was so much better than Fantano's, especially when, the Zoom timed out and I had to, get the premium.
You were on the free trial. You're like, Kian, can we wrap this up? I'm watching this timer tick down, brother.
I think I was using the blue laptop at the time, the shitty laptop that we used to have, and it just fucked up mid-interview, and I had to go switch to this laptop, and it was just so embarrassing. He was just like, "Yeah, you're good. No, don't worry." I was like, "Dude, you gotta give me 5 minutes." It was awful. But the interview ended up being good. Kian's a cool guy. I really like Shh Don't Jinx It. Mm-hmm. It ended up being kind of an underdog favorite for me of 2024. It kind of was everything that I like about newer rock music. It's very indie alternative, but also has those kind of sludgy industrial moments too that kind of make it fun. It's very Beck inspired, Beck Odelay. Also Midnight Vultures era Beck, a little bit of Ween in there too.
With the subject matter for sure, and then also some of the dancey indie stuff. There's definitely some LCD sound system type of sound as well. And I ended up really liking it as well for that mix of stuff. There's some cool heavy guitars in it where it's still a rock album, but there's a poppy danceability to it. And then also his subject matters that were relatable and funny. It was clear that this guy had a point of view that was different than just your average indie or pop artist.
Yeah, he had a sense of humor. He wasn't afraid to kind of poke fun at himself, or talk about things in his personal life, there was the song Customer Service, I think, is one of his singles. Making a Living. It was very focused on the
Dirty Laundry.
Yeah, Dirty Laundry. It's very focused on the working class and just kind of trying to make shit work without like doing your dream. You know, like there's even the song Rockstar Fantasy was kind of probably the biggest like example of that, of talking about how he was like an accountant for the city, but he has a rock star fantasy.
Yeah, literally the origin story of this podcast.
Truly, I mean, and for so many musicians. But yeah, I love that song, and the video is even funnier. But yeah, had a sense of humor. Does not take himself too seriously, but I think Kian as an artist like does take himself very seriously. Like I think he's like one of the more like prolific like content creators / musicians. I think like he has his own show called like The Tall Chair, or at least did for a little bit. Like his music videos are insane, crazy. Like he's like makes like these weird outfits for specific music videos. I think he makes music videos for like every single one of his songs, and he'll do his own live streams and live performances and stuff. Yeah, he's just like kind of really grinding, I would say.
Yeah, and all in a very like DIY way, which I appreciate. And on the last album, he was signed to Atlantic.
Yeah.
But it seemed like, he still recorded everything in his bedroom.
Yeah.
All of his videos are clearly made by like him and 3 other people.
Or one other person.
Other person. And like his social content is like completely unhinged.
Yeah.
Like for this new album that we're gonna do tonight, like very like Connor O'Malley inspired.
Yeah.
Like morning routine where he has like this crazy haircut. He has like a laptop attached to his chest.
Yeah.
And he's at a Planet Fitness with like a lat fly machine, and he'll like do a lat fly and like type an email and shit.
That was so good. That cracked me up. And then he had the music video for the song Bulldozer, where he also has the hair and then like a necklace made of like knives and like just spikes coming out of him, and he's like in a junkyard. Like that's just it's so funny. Like just such simple ideas of like, yeah, we're gonna go to a junkyard. I'm gonna wear this knife necklace, and you're just gonna film me. Yeah, like that's really all the plan.
Yeah, it's like he puts out a lot of content. It's all like original. It all comes from like a point of view, and it's a guy who is doing it on like a shoestring budget.
Yeah.
Like you said, like. I don't think that his music at times can come off like it isn't serious, but it's a dude that takes like creativity and craft very seriously.
Yeah, 100%. I did not know that he got dropped from Atlantic for this new record, which is called Freaking Out Indoors, by the way. I don't know if we even said that yet, but I didn't know that he was dropped from Atlantic. You said that he said that in an interview?
Actually, I believe that I saw it on his Instagram. Like he posted... I think it was right before Bulldozer came out, which is a single off this record.
Yeah.
He posted like the email that he got from Atlantic.
Dude,
and basically
brutal.
He sent them this album from what I remember from the post, that he sent them the album, and they were like, yeah, we're not really feeling this. It's a little weird. It's a little noisy. And he was like, I like it a lot and I want to put it out.
Yeah.
And they were like, well, then we're not going to put it out. So
damn, that's rough.
It's rough, and it does give me like a lot of respect for that move. Like that's balls.
It is. Yeah, that's big balls.
Yeah,
honestly.
Like you're signed to Atlantic, and to be like, no, I feel this strongly about this batch of songs, this sound, this direction, that I'm willing to go back out completely independent in order to be able to put out these songs.
Yeah, and I read that he made it in like the course of like he made this whole album in the course of like 2 months or something like that, or a month. He had posted that on his Instagram after it came out. So like to feel that strongly about like basically like almost just like a moment, that you had in time, like that he said it was like the songs were inspired by a lot of like isolation and just kind of feeling like crazy, which is why it's called Freaking Out Indoors. So to just be like, yeah, I want to put out this like. And I will back out of a record deal to put out this song this album that was made under like, stressful duress,
It comes off in the music.
For sure. I mean, I can honestly like totally kind of get why he was dropped from Atlantic, and that's not a shade to the album.
No.
But I understand why he was dropped from Atlantic after listening to Freaking Out Indoors, because it almost this album feels like a statement towards like corporations or towards really anything, of being like almost like a direct mockery of all of that, and like being very crass about it too, like just kind of waving your hands in the air and just being like, just imitating it in the most like I don't know, mocking of ways, I guess.
Yeah, and like corporations, but also like the whole like wellness, like mindfulness, like like there's songs like Total Clarity,
Total Control,
Clarity, and then Clarity, where it's kind of it's like taking this idea of, you know, finding a healthy way to interact with like the digital hellscape and being like, it's impossible.
It's impossible. You're just gonna come off as an insane person. Like I think the best example is Morning Routine, where he's just like, these are the actions of a billionaire, of a disciplined individual. Like there are just so many like lyrics that kind of take shots at whatever it is, but not like, you know, it's not like in the poetic way that I guess anyone like now would do it in that way. That like it's more of just like pretending to be that and just kind of showing how insane it can make people,
how insane it sounds, and then backing it up with the music, which oftentimes, especially when he's talking about this stuff, like descends into just the most abrasive noise.
It doesn't sound like it would get there on a lot of those songs, but like when I first heard Bulldozer, I was like, oh, this is kind of like a calmer type of just like, you know, treading water type of song, and then it just gets to like this wall of like ugliness with the bass and the guitars, and like those effects that he has are just so out there. Like it sounds like aluminum foil or like metal being like crushed in your ear.
Yeah, especially that song too, because it like at 2 minutes, it almost feels like the song ends.
Yeah.
Because there's like a long break.
Yeah.
And then it comes back in and it's just so fucking heavy.
Yeah.
And I agree with you that I completely understand why the people from Atlantic would have heard this record and decided not to put it out. Because what I will say about it is that there are songs on it that I like better than anything off Shh Don't Jinx It.
Yeah.
And there are also songs on here that I never want to listen to ever again.
Yeah, I mean, I can agree with that, but in more of like a funny way, in like a respecting the art kind of way, not in the fact that like I feel like they were kind of made that way on purpose.
Oh yeah, it's like so purposefully abrasive.
Yeah, like I don't know which songs you're talking about. For me, it's probably Clarity.
Clarity is on the top of that list.
Yeah,
and then Suck Me would be probably a close second.
I actually ended up liking Suck Me.
I mean,
when I first heard Suck Me, I was like, this guy's out of his mind. Because like I mean, if anyone hasn't heard Suck Me, he's basically just being like, if you want me to do this, suck me. If you want me to do that, suck me. Just any line is suck me.
Yeah.
And that's the whole chorus. But the guitars are fucking huge, and it does get kind of like stuck in your head if you listen to it.
And by the end, it is fucking gnarly.
Yeah,
like
it's
when he's
crazy.
Just screaming "suck me," like his throat is breaking.
Yeah, I love it. He's like, "Suck me!" Like it's a funny song. I think that's why like I went back to it so much, because it kind of made me laugh as well as being kind of fun and catchy.
Yeah, but like what's weird about this album too, I will say, is like, for as like fucked up, weird, and noisy as much of the songs are, it has like a real flow to it.
Yeah.
Like the songs like go into each other really naturally.
Yeah.
Like it does seem like he put a lot of forethought into how to get like an album of songs that could just sound like disjointed noise.
Yeah.
To have like this really cool flow to them.
Yeah, and the album, I mean, all the songs they follow a very similar formula as well. Like I haven't heard anything sound this like full yet skeletal at the same time. Like it's really strange how he structured these songs. Like on Don't Jinx It, like those were like songs with choruses and, you know, verses and bridges, and, you know, there was tunes and catchy choruses and everything. And then this one is just like, you get kind of almost like a spoken word passage for a while, like with very minimal instrumentation. And then you get this chorus of just like these insane sounding guitars while he's just kind of saying the title of the song most of the time. Like it feels like, I don't know, it sounds like a guy in like a straitjacket in like one of those padded rooms, just like talking for a little bit and then just absolutely freaking out and like just wailing himself up against the wall for a little bit.
Yeah, a lot of them have like a similar build. Like you start off on like a bass line and a drum beat, and then by the end you're just like absolutely bouncing off the fucking walls.
Yeah,
and awesome songs. Like Bulldozer is great. Like I love like all the guitar harmonics.
Yeah.
Going on. Fun I like a lot.
Yeah, fun is kind of like, I don't know, kind of off kilter. Like those guitars don't even sound like they're on key for most of that song, but it like ends up working somehow.
Similar with like the guitars sounding out of tune, going with the flow. Like the guitars they're like legitimately
very much out of tune.
But King of Speed and Something Real are probably two of my favorite songs that he's ever done, especially Something Real. Something Real fucking rocks.
Something Real is like one of the only ones on this record that I feel like could have been on Don't Jinx It. Like it feels like an actual song. Like I feel like that one and Total Control probably are like songs where he's actually singing and like there's more of like a verse chorus. But yeah, I agree with you. I like Something Real a lot.
Story of Love just sounds like he's kind of fucking around.
He's fucking around. I mean, there's a lot of dicking around on this record.
I would agree. There's more, like, I think that ultimately Don't Jinx It has, like, more to maybe say. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like thinking like Jesus POV and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Whereas this, like, the main statement seems to be how abrasive it is. Yeah. And, like, fucking around is part of that abrasiveness. Like, what are you gonna do about it?
Yeah, no, I think that's the consensus of the whole record. Like, what he was going for the whole thing was like, he's not really gonna say much in the individual songs, except for like just making fun of whatever it is, like on a very like meta level. But yeah, like the whole album has to be listened to kind of understand what he's going for. Like it does. It feels like a fuck you. Like that's all I can think of. Like I don't know why. Like when I listen to a song like Total Control, where he's not really saying much at all in that song. He's just like, you know, I'm hanging out in my room, like stuff like that. And you're like, this isn't really about anything, but maybe it has, you know, some sort of subconscious like fuck you to Atlantic or just like record companies in general. I'm not really sure.
Well, I think with that that song specifically, it's like the idea of being in total control, and then the track going so completely insane. It's like that idea of like feeling like you have any sort of order within like the chaos of life.
Yeah, true. And I mean, it happens throughout the whole record. Like, yeah, Peace and Love is like that. I mean, Suck Me is for sure like that. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it still just kind of came off as like, you know, I'm not going to follow and do like what you want me to do. That's how it feels. It's like very punk in a meta sense, I think.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like the entire project is like, it's catchy enough that you want to listen to it, but it's almost like daring you to listen to it.
It's daring you to like,
because it's gonna get so ugly. He's gonna be screaming so abrasively.
Yeah.
But like there is enough, like he is enough of like just a really good pop songwriter to keep you like engaged in like a head bobbing manner. Because like I would like listen to it at work, and there'd be times where I'm just kind of like, you know, going along to the beat, and then like I check back in, and it's just like, oh,
yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, he's really come a long way. Like if you think about, I went back and listened to Don't Jinx It after this to be like, I don't remember everything sounding like this, and it really didn't. Like he was much more like, it felt more approachable on that record, and much more like, I don't know, like you know, everyone's kind of favorite like musician, you're struggling musician, and now it's like he's turned to the dark side a little bit. Like he's become, you know, the Darth Vader Sith Lord, and you know, just kind of freaking everybody out, I guess. Like I don't know. It's a fun record. I like it, but it's not what I expected.
Not at all.
Yeah.
No. Like even Bulldozer, because like Bulldozer is like heavy.
Yeah.
And it's cool.
Yeah.
But I didn't think we would get these songs that are like, you know, just like doing this to you. Like hitting you in the fucking head. Like, you like that?
Yeah, it really does.
Clarity?
Huh? Yeah, Clarity is. I mean, if I had to pick a least favorite, I'd pick Clarity. But I don't think that song is meant to be like anyone's favorite at all.
No, and it's crazy that it's in like the third spot. Like that's usually where you put like the big heavy hitter
single. Yeah,
and it's like the least listenable song on the entire record.
It's almost completely unlistenable. Yeah. Do you want to go into CAs for this?
Yeah, I'm in.
I think we have enough juice for this. Yeah, I'll go first. I really enjoyed this, but it did take me a couple listens, but I kind of like my favorite music is music that always like takes a while to get into. Stuff that I'm always kind of like disgusted by or kind of like put off by at first, and then like with the more listens I have with it, the more time I have to sit with it, the more like it becomes like just, you know, better and better and becomes like such like a statement to me and something that I always come back to. So I think that moment hasn't really happened yet with this record, but I have been coming back to it, and it does feel like sort of a unique statement for rock music and noise music right now too. Like I can't name a lot of bands that are writing songs like this, and with guitars that sound this like strange and off-putting and abrasive, and definitely like no song structures that have like this, you know, this sort of spoken word section that goes into like these big guitar parts. Like it really feel like he carved out his own sound with this record, where I could compare him to however many different artists on Don't Jinx It, and I liked all those artists and I liked that record a lot, and I still listen to it a lot. But this one feels like him really like making his own sound. Like it feels like him as like his own unique artist. So it's exciting to see what he's gonna do next. I'm excited to see like what label is gonna like catch on to this and be like, no, we actually really mess with what you're doing. So
yeah, we want Suck Me.
We want more Suck Me's. Can we get 10 more Suck Me's? Yeah, I dug it. It's, you know, it's not perfect, but it is like a step, I think, in like not the right direction, but just like a very bold new direction. So I'm gonna give it a 7.3.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I think I feel pretty similarly. I appreciate the risk of this type of record, where, you know, when I heard Don't Jinx Me, you're like, oh, this guy could make 10 more albums like this, and they would be good.
Yeah.
And as long as he never ran out of like, you know, like clever ways to look at, you know, modern day life, you'd be in, because they're catchy and poppy. Whereas like this is him being like, less people might like this.
Yeah.
But this is also going to be more original. You're not going to find many people that are willing to do this.
Yeah.
Whether that is a great idea or not is going to depend on the listener.
Yeah.
And I think that, like, for me, the highs are higher on this than Don't Jinx Me. Like, I like Bulldozer a lot.
Yeah.
I think Something Real is, like, a really cool song. And I like the introduction of, like, this heavier, uglier element. Some of the ones that are a bit more, like, I just want to put a sharp stick in your eye for the sake of putting a sharp stick in your eye, I'm like, okay. Like, I still appreciate that impulse to be abrasive, to not go down easy, to not be like, oh, I'm the indie pop guy that you like that sings about customer service.
Yeah.
So I respect that stuff. Not all of it ended up working, but again, I think that, like, you know, seeing an artist kind of like try to break that mold so that, you know, it feels like these are boundaries that he broke down, that he like just kind of broke down in every direction.
Yeah.
That now he can kind of find within that space what makes maybe more sense than some of the stuff that I did here.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking like a 7.1 on it.
So that's 7.2.
Yeah.
7.2 out of 10. I think that's a suck me.
Hell yeah, that's a suck me. Hell yeah,
that's a suck me off. Hell yeah. Yeah, let us know what you thought of this record in the comments. Yeah, I definitely think it is like, you know, it's a new lane for Suagr Pit. And yeah, I'm just excited to see like what he does next. I mean, I hope we get to talk to him because he does seem like he's well aware that this album is not going to be like. I mean, with Atlantic dropping him, he probably had some sense.
Yeah, dude, I can't imagine the A&R rep that listened to Clarity and was just like, "What the fuck is going?"
Second record with us? You didn't do that good the first time. You can't just put this shit on here.
Well, yeah, I think that's like, there's definitely a lot of this album that I enjoy, but I respect it more than albums that I might even enjoy more.
Yeah.
Because it's a guy who did what he really wanted to do.
Yeah.
He got into a room by himself, made this weird, fucked up album.
Yeah.
And was like, there were repercussions for releasing the album, and he still did it.
Horrible repercussions. Stuff that your family would be like, why did you do that?
Couldn't you just make customer service
that
too?
That was a good song. Suck me?
What are you... Kian, suck me?
Yeah, dude. When I talked to him last year, it was like Thanksgiving, I think, or like the night before Thanksgiving. Dude was just at his like parents' house. I could hear his family upstairs. He's just a normal guy. I can't imagine what they're just like, suck me? Come on.
What are you doing?
What are you thinking?
That's the bedroom. That's private stuff.
Private. But yeah, when he released Suck Me, I remember him like saying like he had a post that was like, this is either gonna like people are gonna love this or really hate it. So like, and then his post about the album was like, let me know what you thought of it. I'm genuinely curious. So he knows. He knows what he made here.
The album ends with it's like a note from the author, and he like comes on for the last 30 seconds, and he's like, if you hated it, let me know.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what Suagr Pit's third record's gonna be like.
Yeah.
Maybe we get a good mix of both things. But yeah, I do hope we can talk to him just so we can get the scoop.
Get to the bottom of this.
I want to get to the bottom of this. Yeah. Let us know what you thought of this album. If you haven't listened to it yet, go check it out. It's called not Shhh Don't Jinx It. It's called Freaking Out Indoors by Suagr Pit. We're giving it a suck me off, hell yeah, or a suck me, hell yeah. We'll just leave it at suck me, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. Comment down below. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok, and get the shirt. Subscribe on Patreon. $5 a month for bonus content. JJ, what did you think? Shirt. What did you think of the record?
7.2.
Suck me, hell yeah. Oh wow, we forgot to talk to the shirt. But yeah, we'll see you next time. It's I Quit My Band.